Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name's Dr. Craig Monk, Provost and Vice President Academic at MacEwan University, and I'll be your MC for today's announcement. I'm so pleased to welcome you here, a fitting place, we believe, to talk about important steps. My name's Dr. Craig Monk, Provost and Vice President Academic at MacEwan University, and I'll be your MC for today's announcement. I'm so pleased to welcome you here, a fitting place, we believe, to talk about important steps of Edmonton's downtown and to the economic prosperity of our community. It's a topic we're passionate about here at MacEwan. Our university is powered by place. This institution is embedded and invested in the city center, grounded in the history of the old rail yards on which our campus stands, and committed to the role we play in the future of Ward O'Damon. Honoring our place in O'Damon, something stamped throughout our strategic vision, means a great deal to me personally. So with that, I'd like to begin our time together in a good way by acknowledging that the land on which we gather in Treaty 6 territory is the traditional gathering place for many Indigenous people. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and culture of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who call this territory home. The First Peoples' connection to the land teaches us about our inherent responsibility to protect and respect Mother Earth. With this acknowledgement, we honor the ancestors and children who've been buried here, missing and murdered Indigenous women and men, and the process of ongoing collective healing for all human beings. We are reminded that we're all treaty people and of the responsibility we have to one another. I think you'll find that place is a thread that weaves itself through the exciting news we have to share today. We are thrilled to announce that pre-construction work on the university's new School of Business building is complete, and that we're on track to get shovels in the ground early in 2024. Yes, absolutely. Those applause, it wasn't just about the traffic lessening on the back of the building. This beautiful addition to our campus and to Edmonton's skyline is made possible thanks to the Government of Alberta's significant financial contribution. On that note, it brings me great pleasure to introduce the Honourable Danielle Smith, MLA, Premier of Alberta. I believe you'd expect me to say more than that. Sworn in as Alberta's 19th Premier on October 11, 2022, she represents the riding of Brooks Medicine Hat. A strong supporter of post-secondary education, Premier Smith holds degrees in both economics and English from the University of Calgary. In my experience, Premier, those disciplines make a powerful combination. As an institution that uses scholarship to tackle many of the same issues with which the government wrestles, MacEwan University is honored to welcome Premier Smith to our campus today. Premier.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Monk, and good afternoon to everybody. I am pleased to be joined by Rajan Sani, our Minister of Advanced Education. I see my Minister of Children's and Family Services, Cyril Turton, is also here, along with Carolyn Graham, MacEwan Board Chair, and Rob Seidel, campaign co-chair, as well as Councillor Ann Stevenson, to mark this exciting milestone at MacEwan University. It's always exciting to watch major projects like the MacEwan School of Business move forward. And while there is still a lot to do on the ground, I want to congratulate MacEwan for their ongoing work to move from planning and design to construction and eventual opening. For those who don't know, and I'm sure most in this room do, MacEwan has had a presence in downtown Edmonton since it opened its first campus in 1971. And it grew to include several more facilities in other areas of the city. But once this wonderfully unique city center campus arrived in the 1990s, MacEwan's leadership made what I think is a very wise decision to make downtown Edmonton MacEwan's home. Today, MacEwan brings 20,000 people downtown every day. That's a quarter of Edmonton's daytime downtown population. MacEwan students, faculty, and staff interact with the public to create a lively social and cultural ecosystem in the north side of downtown. And of course, MacEwan delivers creative, innovative, and high-demand programming that is crucial to developing needed skills and talent in our workforce, which are integral to Alberta's economic future. With enrollment at an all-time high of more than 19,000 students and with a vision to grow to 30,000 students by 2030, this expansion couldn't come at a better time. Earlier this year, Alberta's government announced its investment of $125 million over 4 years in the new MacEwan School of Business. Now, as 2023 comes to a close, the pre-construction phase is complete, and as you just heard, everything is on track for the new School of Business to break ground in 2024. Downtown recovery and revitalization of Edmonton is a priority, and we have made significant investments in safety and security, growing shelter spaces, supporting the Edmonton Police, and in their human-centered engagement and liaison partnership teams and other important measures. But just as important as targeted initiatives, targeted initiatives like these is investment in projects that bring people and vitality and energy into downtown Edmonton. It's also incredibly important that we support projects that address the challenges Albertans face as we strive to ensure prosperity for all our citizens. And that's why this investment is so important. This project helps to send the message that Alberta isn't just open for business, it is by far the best place to study and create and do business. This new facility will provide vital resources of talent and vision that will allow Alberta job creators to grow our economy. And I know that through our partnership with the MacEwan, as well as with all of our post-secondary institutions, we will continue building a strong future for Albertans, one that includes a strong Edmonton and Capital Region. I'm looking forward to seeing the ongoing progress on the new School of Business and how it helps to reinvigorate downtown Edmonton, the city, and the Capital Region as a whole. Thank you so much, and you'll hear from my minister as well.
Thank you, Premier. I'd now like to welcome the Honorable Rajan Sawhney, MLA, Minister of Advanced Education. Sworn in as Minister of Advanced Education on June 9th, 2023, she previously served as the Minister of Trade, Immigration and Multiculturalism, the Minister of Transportation, and the Minister of Community and Social Services. First elected in 2019, Minister Sawhney has served as the member for Calgary Northwest since May 2023. She is a University of Calgary alumni where she earned a degree in economics and political science, as well as an MBA. Those are some great academic disciplines as well, Minister. Minister Sawhney is dedicated to growing post-secondary participation in Alberta and building the province's future workforce. Welcome to MacEwan University, Minister.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Premier, for your leadership and being such a great and strong champion for this project. It is such a pleasure to be here at MacEwan today in the heart of Edmonton's downtown. As Premier Smith mentioned, MacEwan University has been a major presence in downtown Edmonton for a good portion of its 50-plus years. MacEwan is not just a significant economic driver in Edmonton. It's a powerful symbol of the vitality and importance of our post-secondary education system for the whole province. Alberta's government wants to see our economy grow, diversify, and fulfill its amazing potential for the benefit of all Albertans. That is why we are committed to investing in our post-secondary programs and spaces. Our government's contribution to the new School of Business, alongside the fundraising efforts of the MacEwan Means Business campaign, represents a critical investment in Alberta's talent development. We are investing in the skills our province needs to support economic growth and prosperity. Like MacEwan, we realize that if we want to increase student opportunities, spark creativity and innovation, and foster entrepreneurial energy, we need spaces that inspire more students and inspire students more. I will let the experts speak about the details of the building, which is portrayed behind us here. But from my standpoint, I can see that the new MacEwan School of Business will not just meet the need for more learning space, it will create a learning environment that truly nurtures excellence. By investing in the new School of Business, we're helping MacEwan to build Alberta's prosperity for the next generation. Thank you, MacEwan's board, administration, and faculty, and of course, the students. and the fundraising cabinet, donors, business leaders, and community representatives for sharing your enthusiasm and vision with us today and for being here today. And thank you again to MacEwan students, the lifeblood of this institution, for the inspiration you provide every day and the promise you offer to the future of our province. Thank you once again to everybody for being here today.
Thank you, Minister Sawney. We're grateful for the government's support of MacEwan and our new building. This support recognizes the impact that MacEwan has on the province, the capital region, and downtown Edmonton. $5 million of capital funding this fiscal year is greatly appreciated. Our project is shovel ready. I'd now like to introduce Ann Stevenson of Ward O'Damon, councillor with the City of Edmonton. Welcome back to MacEwan University, councillor.
Hello and good afternoon. My name is Ann Stevenson. I have the honor of representing Ward O'Damon on Edmonton City Council. And I'm delighted to be joined today by my colleague, Councillor Tim Cartmel. And on behalf of Mayor Sohi and all my colleagues, so happy to be here to share in this special day. MacEwan is a huge part of the heart of our city. Nearly 20,000 current students that adds so much vibrancy and culture to our downtown, and it's thrilling to picture another 10,000 joining by 2030. The new School of Business building is a huge part of that effort and attracting and retaining talent and vibrancy in our core. I'm so grateful to the province for this investment in the heart of our city and for all the other support you've provided to support Edmonton's downtown rebound. I'm also so grateful for MacEwan staff, the board, volunteers, fundraiser donors, everyone who's making this possible. This will have a profound and lasting impact, not only on the downtown, but our city as a whole. So thank you again and congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Stevenson. Hearing from our elected officials today about the importance of MacEwan to the province and the city reinforces how special is MacEwan University and the critical role it plays. I know that Carolyn Graham, Chair of MacEwan's Board of Governors, is deeply committed to ensuring that we reach our full potential in delivering on this critical role. Now in her second term as MacEwan University's board chair, she has overseen incredible milestones for the institution, including installing its first chancellor, Dr. Tony Fields, and approving our strategic vision, Teaching Greatness. I'd like to welcome our board chair to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Monk, and good afternoon, everyone. My deepest gratitude to Premier Smith, Minister Sawney, Councillor Stevenson, and each of you in the room for joining us today. I can't tell you how meaningful it is to look out and see business leaders, community leaders, students, alumni, faculty, staff, and representatives of government who join us today. Seeing all of you together reinforces MacEwan's unique position in the center of downtown in bringing business and academia together with our city and our province. As Alberta's premier undergraduate university, we are laser focused on teaching greatness. We're committed to creating the opportunities and conditions necessary for our province's young professionals, leaders, innovators, and visionaries to succeed. We focus on being great educators so that our graduates can be great community leaders. Growing the number of students we educate is critical to serving the capital region. Enrollment at MacEwan, as you've heard, is at an all-time high, 19,200 students this year, with a target to reach 30,000 students by 2030. We're growing because we strike a perfect balance. MacEwan is big enough to offer a range of in-demand programs and a wealth of work-integrated learning and student research experiences to prepare our grads to be future-ready. We're also small enough to really get to know our students. Our faculty make connections that inspire students and even change the course of their academic careers and lives. We believe that education should be transformative, and at MacEwan, it is. That's why more and more students are choosing MacEwan. We know we need to be creative to meet this growing demand, So we're offering more courses year-round and expanding options for hybrid learning. This meets the needs of students and is efficient. As board chair, I'm proud that MacEwan has a strong value proposition with small class sizes and one of the lowest costs per student in the province. But even so, our campus is bursting at the seams. And that's why I'm thrilled that you joined us today to hear an update on our new School of Business building. As you've heard, our pre-construction work is complete and construction will begin in the early spring. We look forward to welcoming 7,500 more students to campus when the building opens in 2027. That's 7,500 new students who will join the 20,000 MacEwan students, faculty, and staff who already come downtown every day. Edmontonians who use transit, eat at downtown restaurants, attend community events, and call downtown home. I've personally seen the impact that this institution has on its students. I've seen the difference that MacEwan people make in our community, and I wholeheartedly believe in this new building and the opportunities it will create. So much so that my husband and I were proud to make a lead gift to our fundraising campaign. I'm confident that others who hear the MacEwan story and see the contributions that this institution will make to our city and province over the coming years will join me in supporting this campaign. None of this would be possible without the generous investment of the Government of Alberta, the fundraising efforts of our phenomenal MacEwan Means Business campaign cabinet, and the commitment of community leaders who share our dedication to ensuring this university, this community, this city, and this province continues to thrive. I'd now like to invite Rob Seidel to the podium to provide remarks on behalf of the MacEwan Means Business Cabinet, who lead our fundraising efforts for our new School of Business building. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy days to be here. It's a pleasure to be here, joined by Premier Smith, Minister Sawney, Councillor Stevenson, and so many others that are invested in the success of MacEwan and our city. As we have many previous board members here, and I'm joined by John Day, my co-chair in the MacEwan Means Business campaign. John and I were approached to assist with the fundraising initiative. Of course, we responded quickly, as everybody who's been associated with MacEwan regularly does. We're also joined by many of our cabinet members today, our MacEwan Means Business cabinet members, and appreciate their support. I'd like to acknowledge the membership of the cabinet: Enzo Baricello, Lisa Baroldi, Tracy Bernard, Nicole Bork-Boucher, Chad Brennan, Sign Chaddy, Daryl Hollywell, Janet Riopel, Mike Saunders, and Shauna Vogel. Thank you for your contributions. A city's heartbeat is its downtown, and our cabinet and the members of MacEwan know full well that MacEwan's playing a critical role in the success of not only the education role and responsibility it has, but also building downtown. Edmonton downtown needs a new building, and bringing 7,500 to 10,000 new students will obviously increase and improve the vibrancy of the core, which will help with safety and further investment and support economic growth. Where MacEwan's located in the heart of downtown matters. It's the confidence and confluence of all relations. It's a different university and something that is so happily enjoyed and needed in this city. John Haar, MacEwan's first president, after whom the library we stand in is named, said that the city is MacEwan's campus. Based on MacEwan's location and mentality, MacEwan's a convener of people. We've heard that. It brings business leaders, community builders, elected officials, students and faculty, and our partners in government together to create new ideas, new leaders, and to address real world problems. As we look around the room today, we'll see community leaders, business leaders, leading faculty members, and members of all order of government who've joined here today committed to build a brighter future and a more prosperous future. As you can imagine, most cities in Canada and around the world would be envious of having a downtown university. We have that in Edmonton, and it's critical to our vibrancy. MacEwan, as we know, is shaping our leaders of the future. Graduates who, as the Premier said, will contribute to a bright future and bring promise to not only Edmonton, Alberta, but the entirety of the world. Some of our graduates remain in the mix, to borrow the words of our MacEwan president, Annette Trimby. We have a phenomenally high retention rate for graduates of MacEwan to continue in the community and to contribute to the prosperity. Building a new school of business that will produce even more of these graduates is only possible because of the leadership of Premier Smith and Minister Sawney. We want to thank them for that. Based on their commitment of $125 million, our MacEwan Means Business Cabinet have committed to raising $25 million. Back in April, when we kicked off the campaign with a generous donation from our board chair, Carolyn Graham. Thank you, Carolyn, for that. Your dedication and enthusiasm of the cabinet is much appreciated, and we believe it's contagious. I do want to thank and acknowledge the progress we've made with the generous contributions of the Boucher Group, the Buchanan Family Foundation, Capital Power, Ellis Dawn Construction, Stu Gillespie, Dr. Richard Perlow and his wife, Lori, and we're continuing to be engaged in our efforts to raise funds to complete this project. I know I speak on behalf of our entire MacEwan Means Business Cabinet to thank you again as we look forward to the spring groundbreaking of the new building. Thank you so much for being here today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. I'd like to thank Premier Smith, Minister Sawney, Councillor Stevenson, Carolyn Graham, and Robert Seidel, members of our MacEwan Means Business Campaign Cabinet, and to all of you for joining us today. It's been my great privilege to have been a professor in Alberta universities for more than 25 years, and a gathering like this one today of friends, old and new, is a real sector highlight. I can't emphasize how much it means to us, to this university, to have the support of government and of the community as we grow. It really is an exciting time to be at MacEwan. We like to say that Alberta needs more MacEwan. Well, you'll soon see more of us on the corner of 109 and 105. Thank you, everyone.